Hey everyone. Is it going? It's rolling. Okay, it's my first time trying this format, so please bear with me. But we are going to try nonetheless. Um, Today, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for such a nice, overwhelmingly positive response when asking if I should lean into this kind of content or not. It was very nice, and I was not expecting the positive output that was expressed, so I thank you for that. Um, so today, I thought for my first little mini lesson here, I'd like to show something that I love playing a lot. I should say it's obviously not originally my idea. I originally saw this in a JP Bouvet video years ago, and I hope that this is really helpful. Um, and I'm going to add a couple things to it. Um, I'm going to add a couple things that I think would make this more enjoyable to play. So we're going to start with this idea. And also, I like this as whenever there's obviously the little argument of like, oh, I love playing rudiments. Not that people usually say that, but, or people say like, oh, I feel like rudiments are just something you keep on the practice pad. They really don't have any practical use outside of that. Um, Outside of the practice pad or just playing it on the snare. I think this is a really good argument to show you that not only can you use it outside of the snare, you can incorporate it with your kicks, your crashes, stacks. My little fake stack over here. There you go. So, um, but with that, let's go ahead and get started. So, today what we're going to be discussing is applying the paradiddle-diddle from, moving it from just, classic paradiddle-diddle into moving it with our hands and our feet. So, for those that may not already know, paradiddle-diddle is pretty simple. It's a 6-note phrase. It is a, it is a, simply a right-handed paradiddle. If you are right-handed lead, of course. It is a right-handed paradiddle with two left hand strokes at the end, two left-handed notes at the end. So right, left, right, right, left, left. And usually those doubles you want to keep ghosted or as quiet as, as subtle as you can. Um, but here you go. So that first. The other thing I'd like to point out is you can also mess with the dynamics of that as well. So it's right, left, right, right, left, left. You can either do it where every note but the first one is essentially a ghost note. So right, left, right, right, left, left. Again, right, left, right, right, left, left. Or you can do where the two singles at the beginning, right, left, are both accented. Right, left, right, right, left, left. My bad. Right, left, right, right, left, left. One more time. Right, left, right, right, left, left. And you can even just mix those up. So mess around with that a little bit if you want to go ahead and do that. But we're going to now apply that between, first we're going to go just snare and kick. So essentially what this is going to do is we're going to replace all of the left hands with the kick drum. And then all of the right-handed parts of the rudiment, we can kind of use them as both right or left. I'll explain in just a second, or I'll visually show that in a second. So the first right hand, our accent, if you will, I'm going to play it as a flam. Right-handed flam or left-handed flam, that's up to you. I think we all know what a flam is at this point. So from there, it's going to be, instead of right, left, right, right, left, left, we are now going to do right, or I'm sorry, instead of right, left, right, right, left, left, we're now going to do flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick. So again, all of those left-handed notes from the original rudiment we're going to replace with the kick. So very, very slowly, it should sound like flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick. One more time. Flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick. Flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick. One more time. Flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick. So that's the first part. That is the entire fill chop. You can repeat this, and what's great is you can then move it around with other stuff you might already know. So the other wonderful thing about this is the fact that because it is a 6-note phrase, it is very simple, and it's it's not too difficult to not just use this in straight 16th notes, but in also 16th note triplets, which is what I love to do. I love playing in triplets as well when I can. But what I'm going to do now is going to count this out with you very slowly. So for those that don't count when they're practicing stuff like this, do it, because it will make your life a lot easier, I promise. It may not in the moment, but it is a much more practical thing to do. Here we go. So it is as follows. So we're going to do straight 16th notes first. So it's going to be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So there you go. So obviously, because it's 6 notes, we will have to cut it off because of the fact that we have 16 notes. So we're going to cut. So in time for 16th notes in straight time, it's going to be 2 full loops of this, right? Flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick, flam, kick, right, left, kick, kick. Then we will do it just a little over half. So we'll do flam, kick, right, left on the third time, and we'll end there right before those last, before that double kick. And that's also one of the reasons I love this exercise, because it's not just a great, I think a great fill or chop or lick, whatever you want to look at it as. I think it's a great exercise with mixing single kick strokes and double kick strokes. Because sometimes we're really good at doing, I know this was a case for me, especially like about a year or two ago, where I would be really good at just playing double kicks, like, if it was just that. But when I would have to mix a single in there, it would fall apart. So I think this is a really great exercise to revisit, because I learned this, must have been 4 years ago. And then I felt like I was starting to struggle with that, mixing single kick strokes with double kick strokes. Came back to this, and it really helped, again, to kind of get that kind of dialed in. So I'm going to count that again. We're going to do that a couple times, and I will count with you if you are not able, or if you struggle with counting out loud while playing. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 3 4 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So one more time slower. I'm going to actually do it a little bit slower for this last time. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So now, for moving it around, the first thing I like to do is move my right hand to the floor tom. So same thing, counting it out. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. One more time. 1 E So I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Still try to keep the count. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Last time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Last time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. There you go. So I'm going to now demonstrate that in, again, straight 16th notes, now playing it with just a groove. Little bit, mid-tempo groove. I'm, somewhere around the 100 BPM-ish, somewhere like that. But let's try it. Now we're going to try it a little bit faster. May have flubbed on that last one a little bit, but you get the idea. It's a little bit better. All right. So now now you've kind of seen the potential of it in 16th note straight time. In fact, you can do this as quick as you would like to if you want to get extra in the chops, speed of it, There you go. So that's playing it for 2 bars, essentially. Yeah, should be 2 bars. So there you go. That's like, and again, you can go as fast as you want. I could keep going as much as I would, There you go. So with that, now we've seen the potential from, like a nice slower mid-tempo groove, more on the almost like a groovier sided feel, all the way to it sounding like, some gospel chops if you want to use it that way, which I think it's great. That's also why I love it. Very versatile as far as speed goes. If you're able to get it to that speed, have fun with it, Now from here, the fun part to me is getting into the triplet space. I love playing in triplets, and I think it's a super awesome thing to be able to do. What's great about this is because it's a 6-note phrase, it very simply falls in triplet time, and you don't actually have to cut it off like you would with a straight 16th note time. So you could just do it 4 times. You could just do it 4 times, 6 time, because 6 notes, 16-note triplets, 24 notes in total. So you could just do that, You would have to end with 3 kicks if you want to do it that way. I personally don't love doing it that way, but you could if you wanted to. But here we go. So with that would sound... counting this is going to be a little bit difficult for myself, but we're going to try it anyway. So if it would be... Okay. Yeah, no. So it'd be 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. Again, ending with 3 kicks if you want to do it that way. So again, you can count triplets a bunch of different ways. 1 and a 1 and a 1 triplet and triplet. So if you want to do it that way, 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet, 1. So up to you. I kind of gotten used to the 1 and a 1 and a because it's a little less of a tongue twister when you start to count it a little bit faster, at least for myself. But yeah. So I'm gonna try it a couple times like that, slow, and we will go from there. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. That's kind of what I do. Just end with 4 notes on the hands to avoid that triple kick. Unless you want to just do that, that's also something I'm trying to work on. So it might just be a good thing to practice anyway. But a little bit, just a tiny bit faster. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. A little bit faster. Let's see if I don't run out of breath like halfway through this, but let's see. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. Whoop! One more time. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. Whoop! 1 and a 2. I can't count it anymore. 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1. And you can, again, take it as quick as you'd like in triplets. So now I'm just going to play a somewhat mid-tempo triplet groove and just mess with it there. Here we go. There you have it. So that's mid-tempo. Let's try a little bit faster. There you have it. So I hope this was helpful. So once again, in quick review, Paradiddle-diddle, it's a great rudiment that you can use on your own, just moving with the hands around the toms and snare. But I also think it's a great chop builder, And when I say chop builder, I think it's great because you can not only use it as its own chop, like just repeating it like that, but you can also mix it in with other patterns, which I'll demonstrate really quickly at the end. Just a quick little jam and just kind of do that. But and like I said, it's a great exercise for mixing singles and double kicks. You know, in how do I say what's the right word here? But in the same phrasing and trying to make sure that those transitions feel smooth as well. So I hope this lesson was helpful, and I look forward to hopefully posting more of these soon. Here we go. So gonna now mix it with just a couple patterns, and now that you've heard it, now you'll probably be able to hear that pattern a little bit more clearly. So here we go.